Yeah, they had all kinds of different opinions, and that was a source of confusion, especially when people were calculating how much land there is involved and that sort of thing. And they needed, I think that's part of the story. They needed a more defined, rigid, defined distance that they could say this is a mile. And it was the British Parliament that enacted that. I forget the dates now. It's back in the 1600s, I think. And they had already had the length of a foot, and the length of a rod, and the length of a furlong. And if you get the right numbers of all those things, you end up with 5,280 feet. And what happens at that point, it becomes a statute mile, in other words, a legal mile by statute. So that's where the statute mile originates. The nautical mile is a little different. To make life easy for navigators, they decided to say, okay, a minute of arc should be a nautical mile. That's easy enough, but that needs to translate into a distance. So what units of distance would you use? Well, there have been things, there's been a thing called the meter that's been around since the Roman days, I think. But it didn't have a real, it wasn't really tied to anything.